Hi class. Okay, so we are ready for set 3, slide 3. A lot of fractions, so get ready. All right, here we go. So we're gonna make an equivalence chain for 1/2. Remember the word equivalence has equal in there, kinda. All right, so when we do that, we're gonna do 1/2, and let's do 3 of them. To make an equivalence chain, all you have to do is count by. So I'm gonna count by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Count by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm going to show you that 1/2 does equal 4/8 because to get to 4, I just have to take 1 times 4 equals 4. Whatever I do to the top, I do to the bottom. 2 times 4 equals 8. So if I was going to do one for, let's say, 3/6. Right now, pause your computer, and I want you to make an equivalence chain of 3 with the fraction 3/6. Go ahead and pause. Okay, now that you've done it, let's see if you did it right. Ready? Count by 3s. 3, 6, 9, 12. Count by 6s. 6, 12, 18, 24. Check your work. Let's do, is 3, 6, and 9 18ths right? Well, I know 6 times 3 is 18. Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. 3 times 3 is 9. That's how you make an equivalence chain. All right, here we're going to find the quotient. You guys know that quotient is the answer to a division problem, plus they give you divide. So we're going to take 590 divided by 6. All right, remember our steps. Does McDonald's serve cheeseburgers raw? Stands for divide, multiply, subtract, check, bring down, repeat, or remainder. First thing, does 6 go into 5? No, it's too big. You can do one of two things I've taught you. You can either put a 0 here, up here, and go through all the steps, or you can put your time sign there and go and skip to 59. Either way is fine, whatever you want to do. I'm going to take you through the 0 trick, or the 0 step, just for those kids that still do that. So it goes in 0 times. That was my dividing. I multiply, I subtract. I get 5. 5 is less than 6, so we did it right. We bring down. If we bring it down, we must repeat. We get 59. Same as if we just would have put that multiplication sign above the 5. All right. Now, how many times does 6 go into 59? If you're not sure, count by. Let's go. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54. 60 would be next. That'd be too many, so we have to stop. So 9 times. 6 times 9 is 54. My next step is to subtract. I check, is 5 less than 6? It is, so we did it right. If 5 wasn't, if it was like a 7 or something, we would know we didn't go far enough when we counted by. All right, so we checked. We do have something to bring down, even though it's a 0. If we bring it down, we must repeat. Repeat means we go all the way back to division, so now we take 50 divided by 6. Count by 6s. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54 would be too many. It's 8 times. 6 times 8 is 48. Hopefully you guys said that. I subtract, and I get 2. I have nothing to bring down, so that is my remainder. Now, remember to check your work. You take your quotient times your divisor. This is your quotient times your divisor, and then add your remainder. So I'm going to take, whoops, don't want a text box. I'm going to take 98 times 6. I take my 1s times my 1s, then my 1s times my 10s. 6 times 8 is 48. 6 times 9 is 54 plus 4 is 58. But it doesn't match my dividend. Oh, we gotta add our remainder. When we do that, we get 590, which matches our dividend, which is what we started with, so we did it right. So our answer is 98, remainder 2. Okay, these are asking if they're equal or not. Sure, you could look at the picture, but I want you to do some math with it, okay? So let's get from 4 to 20. Count by, remember when we go up in a fraction, we have to multiply. If we go down in a fraction, we have to divide. So if we simplify it, we divide. If we increase it, we multiply. Count by 4s to 20. goes in 5 times. 4 times 5 is 20. Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. 3 times 5, is that 15? It is. So they are equal, and that is why. Okay? I could simplify 15/20ths. I could know that 5 goes into both of them. Remember, simplify means smaller. I know 5 goes into both because they both end in a 5 or a 0. And look at that. When I do, I get 3/4. All right, so here is each fraction less than or greater than 1/2. All right, so remember, this is one of the things that I really ask you guys to do when we do fractions. I really want you to pay attention to halves. That really helps you compare. So like 2/5. I know fifths and sevenths and ninths are hard, but you guys got really good at knowing what half of like 5 is. Half of 5 is 2.5. So if I had a 2.5, 2 and 5/10 and 2 5/10, that would equal 5. Well, because 2/5 is less than 2 and 5/10 fifths, this is less. Well, obviously, if 2/5 is less, 1/5 will be less as well. What's half of 10? 5 is half of 10. So this 8/10 is greater than a half, which means obviously that 9/10 is greater than a half. It's kind of an interesting question. All right, which model matches the expression? We have 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8. When we add fractions, we add our numerator, we add our numerators, and if our denominators are the same, we keep it the same. Our denominators are 8, we keep those the same, we add them. Our numerators, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 4 eighths. So M equals 4 eighths. 2/10 wouldn't work because my denominator isn't right. And 5 in my denominator is completely wrong as well. Here we're going to add mixed fractions. All right, we start with our fraction. If our denominator is the same, we keep it the same, which it is. And then we just add our numerators. 2 plus 1 is 3. I add my whole numbers. 2 plus 3 is 5. I'm not done yet, though, because 3/3, say with me, 3/3, 1 whole. I have 1 whole there. So I need to put those together. I have 5 wholes, and 3/3 is 1 whole, so my answer is actually 6. Yes, I would have taken 5 and 3/3. The best answer is 6, though. That's it for today.